Hey, what's going on, Phil? This is your nephew, Andrew Austin. I realize you might be showing this video to a few people, so I'm going to go ahead and give a little bit of background about myself. First of all, if you're kind of seeing it with Phil, it's alright if it's weird. Right now I'm actually looking into an iPad. As far as my background, I work for Blue Cross Blue Shield down here in Abilene, Texas. And a gentleman, Anthony Dobson, actually showed this to me maybe about 60 days ago. Like I said, he invited me to his house, so I was definitely feeling a little weird. Anthony's not a stranger, but definitely not somebody I knew too well. But once he got through showing me this concept, I was so glad he did. So I'm going to go ahead and hop in here and tell you exactly what it is that Phil and me are excited about. We're probably going to go ahead and do this in two parts. In this first part, I'll kind of explain what exactly it is, and then I'll go ahead and get to the next part as far as kind of making money. As far as the company, it's WorldVentures. The goal is to make a living. As far as the company itself, it's in the direct selling global businesses. It's number 6 fastest growing. Usually when I tell people about this, they want to do some research. And you know all the research that we do. We get on www.google.com and put it in there, and then say we did our research. That's not really research, guys. Ernst & Young is the number 2 auditing firm in the world. They did a 3-year audit on this company, and after they got done, they actually gave them Entrepreneur of the Year award, so they're obviously doing something right. As far as travel partners, if you're seeing the screen right now, you're going to recognize a few. Hilton, Disney, Marriott, American Airlines, Carnival, the list pretty much goes on and on. As far as business, it's in all 50 states and actually 24 different countries. We just opened up in Poland August 5th. So we're definitely doing some things. As far as the concept, it's something y'all already heard about. It's not like we're reinventing the wheel. We just like to say we're kind of improving it. It's similar to Sam's Club and Costco. If you're familiar with Sam's Club, you're going to have a membership that you pay for each month, and if you don't have that membership card when you walk into Sam's Club, you can't get past that bouncer. And that bouncer can be that old gray-haired lady. She might have a mole on her face, and if you don't get past that bouncer, you don't have that membership card, she's going to bounce you right back to the parking lot. We do the same thing with as far as the concept, except we do with something a little bit more sexier, I like to say, and that's travel. As far as the Dream Trips membership, it's vacation at wholesale pricing or better. The slide says 750 trips for 2012. We actually added on to about 1,000 now, and it's growing every day. As far as what I like about this company, they actually handle the reservations and planning. So when you get on your trip, it's not like you're not going to know where to go or what you're doing. You're actually, before your trip, you're going to have your own personal travel agent that's going to kind of point you where you need to go, pick you up from your destination, and also take you back when you're ready to leave. Another good thing about it is on most of these trips, kids under 12 will go free. Some of them, kids under 18, will go free. As far as $69 cruises, this is kind of our claim to fame right here. When Anthony sat down and showed this to me, I was very, very skeptical. The reason I was skeptical is I actually have a young lady that works with me, and she just booked a cruise in Jamaica for $2,000. So $2,000 to $69. I was like, something's going on. What I thought they were going to do is actually take me out to the middle of the ocean and just ask for their money back and make me swim back. I was definitely a little scared, but it's definitely legit. As far as you might ask yourself, how did my friend buy a cruise from Jamaica for $2,000 and then here WorldVentures has it for $69? It's going to be that bulk buying power concept that I talked about earlier. You see, if you want to get a bottle of water down here at Sam's Club, it's going to be a 24-pack for about $2.99. We like to go to Starbucks pretty often, so a bottle of water at Starbucks is $1.99. So you think about it, $1.99 at Starbucks to Sam's Club for a 24-pack to $2.99, that's 8 to 16 cents a bottle for the same water bottle at Starbucks for $1.99. And so the reason they're able to do that, Sam's Club has 47 million members. When they go buy a water bottle, they buy a whole warehouse. They go to Aquafina or Dasani and they buy the whole warehouse. We do the same thing except we do it with cruises. When we go to book a cruise, we actually buy about 5,000 cabins. Of course, WorldVentures can get a better deal than me or you just buying 1 or 2 cabins. Buying 5,000 cabins, they're going to get a discount rate, and then they're going to pass that rate down to their members. So that's how we do $69 cruises. As far as that, when Anthony told me that there's going to be $69 cruises, I was like, man, this is going to be cheap travel, man. I was actually looking at booking a hotel maybe about 3 weeks ago when we actually traveled to Denver, and I found some 0.5-star hotels. I was like, what's a 0.5-star hotel? It's not even a star. So as far as that, once I heard the $69 cruises, I was for sure thought this was going to be just no standards whatsoever. But the WorldVentures definitely has standards. As far as the standards, it's 4-star all-inclusives. Riviera Maya, Mexico, 4 days, 3 nights. It's a 4-star Hacienda, all-inclusive meals and drinks. And all-inclusive means all-inclusive. From the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, your meals and your drinks are taken care of. Not really a drinker myself. As you can see, I'm kind of a young guy. But all your drinks, all your alcohol, all your Hennessy, if you don't drink Hennessy, then all your Capri Sun is taken care of. $1.99 per person is definitely a good deal. Another trip you're going to see is South Beach, Miami, 4 days, 3 nights. It's at the Bentley Hotel and Beach Club. It's named the best boutique hotel in Florida. The reason this is a big deal here is because Mr. Shaq Daddy himself stays here. So that tells me a few things, really two. And Shaq's 7'2", so it tells me they have to have huge beds. Also, another thing, they got to have huge jacuzzis. And I'm not a big dude, but I'll definitely be in a huge jacuzzi. $335 per person for 4 days and 3 nights at South Beach. As far as the next trip I'm going to talk about is Maui, Hawaii. Hawaii is a very nice place, but the thing about Hawaii, it's very expensive to go there. So not a lot of people can make that trip. As far as this trip, it's 8 days, 7 nights, $750 per person. When I talk about the per person, as far as these trips go, you actually can take a guest along. So really, when it says $750 per person, you can actually take a guest with you. Kids under 18 go free on this trip. Definitely a good trip right here. Tour China. China's not really something that's high on my bucket list, but if something's available for China, I definitely will go. The good thing about this trip is the sites include the Forbidden City, the Temple of Heaven, Tiananmen Square, sites you actually want to go to, historical places that you would actually want to visit. Another thing is an English-speaking travel guide. That's definitely a good deal. Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, 8 days, 7 nights. This is a stay at a 5-star palace. $416 per person for 8 days, 7 nights in the Dominican Republic. I can't even stay for $416 down here in Abilene, and you're going to stay $416 per person in the Dominican Republic. So this trip speaks for itself. As far as another thing that I like, they actually have sporting events available, and these are sporting events that are the most popular sporting events. You can see the Super Bowls on here, the NBA Finals when they were going on. We had tickets available for the NBA Finals. The World Cup, U.S. Open, Kentucky Derby, the Masters. These are events that you actually want to go to. We're also branching off into as far as award shows. Emmy Awards and the Oscar Awards are already on board. We're actually working to get the BET Awards and the MTV Awards. So we like to say you're living that champagne lifestyle, but except you're doing it on a beer budget. The things that the wealthy and the rich do, set an average Joe can afford them now within this vehicle. Voluntourism, this is a pretty big deal. Voluntourism is pretty much exactly like it sounds, volunteering and touring at the same time. My team personally, and I'll talk a little bit about the team that me and my Uncle Phil are a part of, and that's going to be Team Legacy. We were in Las Vegas maybe about 8 weeks ago, taking a trip down here. This company is